You could add 1,000 Bibles to the end of every sunrise. You could add 1,000 book of the Bibles to every end of the month after August. You could add 1,000 cities to every beginning of the year after January. You could add 1,000 Septembers to 2023, 1,000 Octobers to 2002. You could add 1,000 Julys to 2017. You could add 1,000 North Evanstons to October, the second, fifth month. You could add 1,000 Julys to Lane Tech and in the middle 2 months. You could add 1,000 Octobers to the Indian Center direction. You could add 1,000 Uptowns to the Buddha Temple direction. You could add 1,000 lakes to the West states. You could add 1,000 rivers to the South state. You could add 1,000 Chicago's that way. So when people will be a certain way, you'll be like, okay, it's wrong, because they don't realize like in Chicago, you should know how it goes. You see, so people will be like, oh, I'm good because it will be wrong. Because like sometimes people will hang with people, so it's wrong. You see, because people it will like if Femi hangs with Marcus, like he'll be like. You see, like he'll be like, oh, it's Marcus, you see, so it should be like if he get like it will be pretty raw, you see. So it's like eventually it will be a certain way where like imagine if you could add 1,000 October suns and go down. You could add 1,000 green teams and go down. You could add 1,000 YouTube. So eventually, like my level, like I could tell you where a real GD comes from. You see, so they even put like that's when the boy was still alive, the Hazel. So be like, okay, he was messing around with things, and yeah, so like people wouldn't know that people wasn't disobedient. You see, so like people like will be evil, but it'd be like, why is it that the lady doesn't take care of the guy? You see, so like if people had been a certain way, I would have told her about God, but people have beliefs in God, that relate to their life. You see, so if someone was like, man, you see, so you had to like people. If you could counsel nigga, like people will be a certain way, but people have like as a black man, they'll say, oh, that's how black people go. So they'll try to get him, but they'll spend their whole life trying to attack him because they can't realize why people will come from them. You see, like they'll be proud and black, but they don't want to praise. They don't even they don't want to like pray in the spirit. But when someone preached the gospel, like the thrift store popped up out of nowhere, you could add 1,000 hippos on that long walk. You could add a quick alligator to behind me on Ashland. You see, you could add 20 sparrows down to Michael Center down Clark. You could add 70 like a Pikachu bird down that way. You could add 3 light jays and hippos from Coney that way. You could have 10 giraffes that way. You could add like a hippo and a raven that way. You could add a bat and a sonic that way. Even like right here, you could add like a lion and a badger. You could add right here like uh 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 you could add like a metal sonic and a like a puma. You see, so some people can't get to the NBA. You see, because people have to counsel people because like people could be raw, but if someone was like, "Do the snake, do it for you," like it would get so cracking, like people will get raw. You see, so it's like if people like geek people up, but like people will see, you see, because they was like allow people see, so we raw. So imagine if you could add like a ooh yeah to Uptown, you'll be like, man, someone has to like pray in the spirit to get that gunk off that area, that black area in the state of black nation, and that so people will be in slavery. They like go south, you see, but they don't go to the lake. So if someone had a blessed their mom, they might have got a light skinned man. They might have said, who is this girl? But people will say it's God. So if a lady doesn't go to church, she can't counsel people. You see. So if she had to come to church, they would have blessed her. but the girl will have witchcraft on her because she wants to see using the board, like you see. So it'll be that bad because she'll say, "Oh, Jeremiah, like will be big," and like because it will be a proud black spirit, you see. So someone will be like, maybe he could go to church. If the boy went to church, he'll be black. They could even do like a hospital, you see. But it's like if someone's in the nursing home, I can't allow it. You see, someone will be like, you had to blow. But it's like if someone was like, oh, I'm gonna put you in the clinic and you get the money, you get the check, that's how it's supposed to go. But like I'll like go to like Atlanta, but what will happen is like I won't even get like social security, like I don't even want it, you see. But it's like when I got a job, people were attacking me in 2015 in Georgia Elementary. I used to love working, but I wanted to like ride on trains. You see, I wanted to move around in helicopters. Like, what if it was a helicopter above Atlanta or a helicopter above the river, and it will be a certain way, you see. So I'm the type of nigga I could neutralize niggas. They'll probably try to have a satanic spirit, but like I would want to ride on helicopters in half of the year, and then half of 30 years I'll ride on like a plane or a train. So people would get so angry, you see, because like I'll see like on my train ride I'll see 100 sparrows, I'll see 100 Sony things, and I'll literally do it in real life. So people will be like, "Oh, I'm all this," but they don't realize like sometimes if someone says, "Who is this girl I see?" Taking my time, opening the boxes. Who will I see tonight? When the sun, like you don't want to be no bitch and tell people, oh, it relates to me. You see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So if a girl is really beautiful, like that's why yesterday I made it clear that if someone didn't even date someone, like then don't be telling people that you dated people because you were a certain way that you didn't even date that girl, you see. So you could be like, oh, I'm not a bitch, you see. So like people will be like they'll be like it will be a phony ass fake person, you see. So like people would try to say, oh, I wanted to see the whole time and I had to knock the fat off a nigga because you want to hide in secret and say, oh, I was lying about things, and the whole time you didn't even date the girl, you see. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. So eventually people could say, stalk me, and I'm like, don't stalk me, you see, because like that's what I'm trying to tell you. So people will try to mention people don't even date the girl. So it will be like, you see, it will be a certain way. Like someone will say I'm not a bitch because someone will say I'm not a bitch because the whole time they wanted to steal people's identity and reveal themselves as a phony, and they didn't even date the girl. You see, so I like people will say, why is he getting defensive? But you don't even exist with your phony Holy Ghost HIV having African in the booty ass HIV. Didn't even date the nigga. You see, so when people got dumb, they started saying, "Oh, I have a sour mouth. I want to leave secret." I said, "I knock." I said, "Bitch." I said, "Ho." I knock your face the fuck out. You see, so people were saying, "Oh, I don't want to admit things in secret," but I said, "Bitch." I said, "Bitch." I knocked the whole out your mouth out of secret. I'm a little different than you. You see. So people will allow people to be in secret, not even knowing these niggas. And I'm the type of nigga, I said, man, I don't like you in secret. I said, bitch, I knocked the whole out your mouth out of secret, you see? I'm a little different. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So if I tell you I'm finna knock the whole out your mouth out of secret, you ain't finna be your crybaby ass in secret. Next time the fuck you know, you see? So people didn't even date the girl. So I be like, man, you bringing all this bullshit and you ain't even doing that, you see? So when I knock you the fuck out, you don't need to be acting like a pussy in a hole in secret. I knock your crybaby ass the fuck out. Don't fucking touch me. I'll smack you out of secret so fucking hard. I'll smack the doodle out your mouth. 9/11. So eventually people will say I'm not a bitch. I'm not a crybaby. I want to see in secret. I said, I didn't ask you all that. All I told you was to get the fuck out of secret. I told you in 2015 I was finna backslap the Christ Jesus out your mouth. Ain't no need to be telling people you was dating a girl. You didn't even date the girl. So before you try to get people involved, involve your fucking self. Talking about, oh, I'm not gonna go to stop being a little bitch. You see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So, like, people will say, oh, I thought I was gonna be a bitch in secret. Like, the whole time you was a hating ass nigga. You see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So people could eat 25-year-old pussy And I said, bitch, I said, bitch, I'll smack the crazy out your mouth. I'll knock your big crybaby ass the fuck out so fucking hard. When I say get the fuck out of secret, bitch, I said you cry baby bitch, you get the fuck out of secret. You big bitch. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So like sometimes people will be like, oh, I could just destroy you. Ain't finna destroy my life. I said, bitch, I'll smack the crucifixion of Jesus out your mouth so fucking hard. Have you called the police like a little bitch, you see? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. So the whole time people wasn't even dating a girl acting like a little bitch. You ain't finna bring that bitch shit around my house. Get the fuck crybaby ass the fuck out of secret. Talking about I'm finna isolate myself. Shut the fuck up. Knock your fat ass.